Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about my experience having a baby in Ireland and the process of going to the embassy and what was required beforehand to register her birth abroad, get a US passport and social security number. I found the prep work confusing and it was actually, we were turned away in the first appointment, so we had to make a second one. It was a whole big mess. And this is because I missed a step. So unfortunately, I do have to say, not all the information is in the one place online. So you kind of have to circle around the internet to find everything that you need to have it ready. Please don't see this as a comprehensive guide. Obviously, I'm not working for the embassy or anything as a representative, so this is just my experience. And do note different situations, of course, call for different documentation. My situation is that my daughter was born to myself and my Irish husband, so bear that in mind as well. So on the embassy website, I went into apply for a consular report of a birth abroad and clicked into child under 18. Here it says this should be done as soon as possible after birth and definitely before they're 18, and to do the online application before scheduling an appointment. You can click into the transmitting citizenship where it says the parent of the child must have been a citizen before the child was born. There are different scenarios. Again, mine is that my child was born in wedlock to one U.S. citizen, myself, and one non-U.S. citizen. I, the U.S. citizen, had to show proof of physical presence in the States of at least 5 years, and at least 2 of which had to be after the age of 14, and all before my child was born. And what counts as physical presence as far as legitimate proof? So it does not need to be continuous, and time can be added up, but also can be or needs to be deducted if any time abroad was spent, and conditions if you're in the States legally or not, in the military, or work for the government. Recommended accepted documents are official school transcripts, and this is what I used. Or you can use wages, W-2s, and a letter from the affiliated HR, and that's all lumped together, I believe. Or stamps and a passport, but it says that these are tricky. You can also use military records or even prison records. I mean, that is solid proof. You can use bank and credit card statements, dates for medical treatments, and customs and border records. What you cannot use would be a driver's license, a diploma without transcripts, a lease or a mortgage, cell phone records, financial statements that do not show a U.S. location, and social media records or income tax forms. As far as the application for reporting the birth abroad, we'll go into the My Travel link in a minute, but what to bring to the appointment at the embassy is the child's original birth certificate plus 2 copies, your marriage certificate if applicable, evidence of the parent's citizenship and identity, and Ian and myself brought our passports, the proof of physical presence, and also a prepaid envelope. All of this needs to be uploaded to the site. Again, we'll show that in a second. Then a DS11 passport application form needs to be with you as well, with a 2x2 official passport photo. This you can get we got ours at the local pharmacy. The DS11 has a link and you can fill it in online and then print it off from there. You will need to pay the fees towards the passport book, or you can get the book in card. I believe ours for just the book was $100 US. You can also fill in a social security application to bring. Next, you will need to create an account with MyTravelGov. If you're filling it in from your phone like me because your laptop was being repaired, go to the far bottom right corner in applications and click the blue icon. Once this is submitted after answering the questions and paying the relevant fees, and you have uploaded all supporting documents, you can book an appointment. Once you have it booked, be sure and print that page because, like myself, I had to show that page before entering the embassy. I could be wrong, but at least every time I had checked, all the appointments were quite early in the morning, so just on the day, bear in mind this when you're going, if you're driving, that there will be Dublin traffic, and also you will need to find parking on the street. Before you go in, somebody will be at the front gate and they will ask you for your IDs. And again, the first time I was asked for the printed appointment page, and the second time I wasn't. You will then be taken through security, and this is where you'll have to turn in any phones, laptops, tablets, smartwatches that's kept in a safe. You are not allowed any liquids, but there is a water fountain on the inside. Once inside, you will take a number and then you will take a seat. Once your number is called, you will go up to the window where you will be asked for the printed summary page from the online application and all the documents affiliated with that. You will be asked to sit down again while an agent goes over your documents. Luckily, I had a bank card with me because there was an additional $130 to be paid. And I never saw anywhere online that I was supposed to pay that ahead of time, so I'm glad I had that with me. For my situation, I was asked some questions. I was asked if this was the first marriage for both myself and my husband, and questions about the physical presence and where and when those took place. I was also asked where my husband and I met and where we had gotten married. When I did have all the steps completed and the correct documents in the right place, it actually seemed so simple. But even a lady behind us had missed a document in her appointment. Somebody else was filling out documentation that they had forgotten. So I know it is complicated for other people. It's not just me. Like I said, the information is a little scattered, so you can think you have absolutely everything, but then something is hiding. So try and be extra sure, because they will turn you away if you do not have something. For us, we came up from West Cork, and to get away from Dublin traffic, we came up the night before and stayed in a hotel both times. So there are costs to, of course, the hotel, if not even just the petrol costs and the toll fees. But it does have to be done, since my child will have to travel with both her Irish and US passports. It's the only way she can enter the US. Luckily, the Irish passport was much easier to get. I even was allowed to take the passport photo myself at home. I hope that somebody finds this helpful, or even just finding it interesting to what the process is in having a child abroad as a US citizen.